IBM UrbanCode Deploy orchestrates and automates the deployment of applications, databases, and configurations into development, test, and production environments, helping to drive down cost and speed time to market with reduced risk. IBM UrbanCode Deploy provides consistent, model-driven deployments across environments. This screen is the home screen for an application, a pet store. From here, we can see that there are two components in this pet store: a database on the back end and a J2E component serving up the web pages. We can also see that there are 5 environments for this application. We have Dev 1, QA, User Acceptance, and 2 production data centers that are deployed to. We can also see what is in each environment. For the database, we have version 38 in Dev and version 41 for the J2E component. These versions will match what is delivered to you from your build tool or a label in source control. We can see at a glance that we have newer versions in Dev than we do in QA. In this short demo, we are going to deploy the contents of the Dev environment to QA. To do this, we need a manifest for the contents in Dev. In UrbanCode Deploy, that is called a snapshot. So I'm going to create a new snapshot called Release Candidate 6 and save it. This new snapshot tells us that for the database, we have a baseline version of 37 with the incremental update of 38 and version 41 of the J2E component. From the Snapshots Overview page, we can see that Dev has all of those versions, and in QA, 1 out of 3 versions is already present. If we are curious which 2 versions would be deployed when we move to QA, we can click Preview, and it will tell us which servers we are deploying to, and which versions of each component will be deployed. In this case, version 37, that baseline version of the database, is already present, so it is not listed here. Take a difference-based approach to deployments. To actually run the deployment, we click the Run button, choose which process to execute, and submit our request. There is role-based security for all of this. In this case, an approval is required in order to execute this deployment. Fortunately, I am the administrator for the QA1 environment, and I can approve this request. Once the approval is complete, the deployment will begin. Here we can see the app tier and the database are being deployed in parallel. We can drill down and watch the individual steps pass through, or while this is running, we can look at the deployment processes themselves. The deployment process is designed in this easy-to-use drag-and-drop process designer. Here, we can see we start, and one thread of execution is pulling down files, unpacking, modifying configuration, and then installing the application. Another is ensuring our middleware is in the correct state. When they are both complete, we start up our server. Each of these elements of configuration takes additional information, and each step comes from an automation package, a plugin that you can download and upgrade directly into UrbanCode Deploy. All of the process definitions are versioned. You can roll back to earlier versions of configuration. If we return to our prior process, we can see that our deployment completed successfully. And if we wanted to, we can drill into any of these process steps and see the log of execution. Thank you for watching this short demo of IBM UrbanCode Deploy.